All right, it's Friday night here in BGC. This is High Street. I just left Burgos Circle in Forbestown. I'll show you down there a little bit. In fact, let's walk down there. I'll show you. I wanted to talk about some of the scams, or one particular scam that you may run into when you're in a long distance relationship, or what they say is an LDR, with a Filipina here in the Philippines, obviously. If you're a Westerner, maybe in the US or Canada or Europe, Australia, UK, wherever, if you're in a relationship long distance with a Filipina girl, you can run into this issue. So this is Burgos Circle. It's a really neat little circle park where people hang out. There's benches. It's very nice night tonight. You can see there's a lot of really upscale high-rise condos. That's Forbestown Road there, where you have, that's where the singles hang out. And then back over here is High Street. And I've been through High Street on numerous occasions in my videos, so we're not going to revisit that. But let's talk a little bit about the major scam that you could be a part of and not even realize it by being in a LDR, or long distance relationship, with a Filipina. Now, let me preface this by saying this may be, oh my God. Oh, what are you doing? Hello, hello. Where are you girls going?
David's waiting us.
Where?
David's waiting us in the Burgos Circle.
Where at? Just in the circle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, have fun. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so there's a lady boy right there. Hello, how are you? Good, good, good. Anyway, so let me preface this by saying that not all LDRs are like this. I'm saying it's probably a minority, but I will also say that I know this for a fact to be true because I've spoken with some Filipinas and they've told me what is going on. So here it is. Here's the deal. So you went online, you got on a dating site, Facebook dating, whatever it was, Filipina, Cupid, Tinder, Bumble, Date in Asia, whatever it was. You decided I'm going to get a Filipina girlfriend. Okay, good for you. So you start going online, you see these beautiful young Filipinas, and you actually match with a few, and you start messaging one, and you start a conversation online, right? Okay, that's great. That's usually how it starts, right? So you're talking online and you move off of the date site and you go to WhatsApp or Viber, whatever works for you both, where you can message each other off of the dating site, and you start a online relationship. And maybe you do video FaceTime, every day or once a week or a couple times a week or whatever the case may be. And you do that, so everything is great, and you're falling in love with this beautiful girl, and she talks to you and she messages you every day, same time every day. She tells you how she loves you, and you tell her you love her, and everything seems really great. You're going to come visit her. Maybe you have come to see her a time or two, and it's all been really good. Maybe you spent some time here, you know, extended time here, and you spent some time with her. But let me tell you, some, I will say again, not all, but there are some people are waiting to get off work. They're probably waiting for the bus. Some will not be completely honest with you, okay? And this is, I've talked to Filipinas who have admitted this to me. They've got guys online, so maybe you're sending them money. They might not always ask for money, okay? They may say, oh, how are you, honey? Oh, things are hard. My tita is in the hospital, or my brother, hello, how are you? Good, good, good. Panda, all right. Panda, all right. All right. All right, hello. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, JJ, the lonely bull in Asia.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I'm friendly, sir.
Oh, look at that. Look at that
I
meat.
receive pick booking.
What's that?
I have received pick booking. No, the customer out attended. I cannot connect the call.
Where are you going with that?
Department store.
From Makati.
You're taking that to Makati?
Yes, from Makati. I buy.
Looks
but
good.
the customer, they did not.
Looks good. How much?
2-3.
How much?
2-3.
2-3?
Please. But no customer receive.
Okay. All right, man. Take care. All right. I had no idea what he said. Anyway, but they're super friendly, especially when you have your camera up. All right, so where was I? I got distracted. So she's talking about how she's having hard times with her family, and she may not actually ask you for money. Some of them will. Some of them will say, oh, I need a load to send you a picture, or I need a load, send me 90 peso for a load, whatever the case may be, which is fine, you know, send them 90 peso. What is that, $1.80? Not even that. So it's no big deal. But what I'm saying here, let me cross here. A lot of times they won't tell you they need money, but they'll make their story so believable, and you're in love and they're in love, that they'll actually send you money, or you'll actually send them money because you feel bad for them. Because, you know, look at most of these girls are from the province. They're not rich. They're living day to day. So you realize, like, oh, they need a little help. Their family needs a little help. I'll send them 10 bucks every week, and then 10 bucks becomes 20 bucks. 20 bucks becomes 50. Before you know it, you're sending them hundreds of dollars every month just to help them out. Now, the majority of these girls, that's on the up and up. They're fine. But I will tell you that some of these girls, that's their job. That's their career. They're very good at it. They've got 2, 3, 4, maybe more foreigners on the line to send them money every 2 weeks, every month. So they're getting a steady income from these guys. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you guys doing? So they're getting a steady income from each of their guys who they're telling, oh, I love you, bye-bye. I love you, my tita's sick, blah, blah, blah. I want to start a business. I want to start a piggery, whatever the case may be. And you're sending them money to fund everything. But you're not the only one. They're getting that from another guy, 2 other guys, 3 other guys. So that's their business. That's their career. Their career is getting money from foreigners who they may meet at some point in the future. They may not. it doesn't matter to them because they're getting a steady income. Another lady boy, if you're into that sort of thing. They're getting a steady income from you and whoever else is involved in their little scam, little business. So just be aware that that happens, and it's not uncommon. It is not uncommon for things like that to happen. I must tell you that it happens more often than you think. Now, if you're in an LDR, a long distance relationship with a Filipina, understand that there may be a time where you're calling them and you want to do FaceTime with them and they can't. Or maybe you do FaceTime with them and it's like, oh, your bedroom looks different than I remember. I don't recognize that bed you're in, or I don't recognize that kitchen you're in, or hello, or I don't recognize the hotel room you're in. Oh baby, I'm staying at my auntie's, I'm staying at my cousin's, we're just here for the weekend, blah blah blah. It's not the case. Alright, it's not the case. So these girls, and again I want to stipulate because I've got 30-some% Filipino viewers. I don't want to get that blanket statement. A minority, I would say a minority of them aren't looking for love, they're looking for money. The majority, most of them, are looking for love. But there's that small amount that they view this as a business to get the foreigner hooked, believing that the Filipino loves them, work that routine, and it might not happen overnight. They're professionals. They're professionals about it. So they know how to work the system and how to work the guy. Some guys are easy. It may take a week to get them to start sending money. Some guys, they'll work for a month or 2 or 3 before the guy starts trusting them and starts sending them money. And it might be a little bit at a time, but eventually it's going to grow. And I've heard people say that they send thousands of dollars to their Filipina LDR every month. But if you look at that, it's like, okay, so this guy's sending $500 a month to this girl. And then she's got boyfriend LDR B who's sending $500. So that's $1,000. And then you got LDR boyfriend C, LDR boyfriend D. It's limitless. They just need to learn how to manage these guys when they message them. They need to know when they can talk, when they're available. And they're getting, $1,000, $2,000 total a month in income from these guys. And I'm not saying that it's right, it's buyer beware. I mean, if you guys are gullible enough to send money to a Filipina without meeting them, that's on you. That's totally on you. I mean, good on them for being a great businesswoman to be able to get that money from a guy without even meeting them. No transaction at all. So that's kind of how things work here in a minority of the Filipinas. I want to stress that again, it's a minority as far as I know. But I wanted to bring that up. But then there's another scenario too, where these girls will meet foreigners here in the Philippines, and they'll hang out with these girls. They'll be boyfriend, girlfriend basically, and they'll know that these girls are getting money from these foreigners on a regular basis. And these guys will know that. So they're like, oh, I don't care because I'm getting what I want. This guy's not getting my girl physically, and he's paying for everything, so why not, right? So that's kind of what's going on in a lot of cases. And again, I'm not saying it's the majority, but I'm saying it happens here. And it just doesn't happen here in the Philippines, it happens in Thailand too. Those probably are the two main countries in Southeast Asia where things like that happen. Basically because the age gap situation isn't as big a deal as it is in, say, Vietnam or other South Asian countries. Young girls in Asia, the Philippines and Thailand especially, have no problem with dating an older man from the West. That's just the way it is. And the majority of it is up and up. It's legit, but you've got these small amount, and I don't know what the percentage is. And I could be way off base, but you've got some girls that hello. I'm sorry? Yeah, how are you? you have a YouTube channel? What is it? Okay, Pauline. I'm JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia.
What's your YouTube, sir?
JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia. How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good. All right, you got it? All right. I know this JJ. All right, I gave him I gave him my YouTube channel. All right, cool. Super friendly kids here, everybody actually. So all right, so what I was saying was you're gonna have a Filipina here that's got a boyfriend, a foreigner boyfriend that's here in the Philippines and knows that they have LDRs or long distance relationships of guys in the West that are sending them money on a regular basis. And these guys are okay with that because, it's like P.T. Barnum said, there's a sucker born every minute. So I gotta tell you, be very careful about sending money to someone overseas that you've, one, never met, and two, you don't really know anything about. Because these girls will jump to another room if they're with their Western boyfriend or even a Filipino boyfriend. They'll have a husband or a boyfriend in the Philippines and still getting money from these LDRs because they know these guys, the likelihood of them actually getting here to the Philippines to see them in person are pretty slim. And even if they do, it's only for a week or two because it's a vacation time for them. So they're not going to spend a lot of time with them even if they come here. But they'll jump to another room to do a video call or a phone call with these LDRs from the West just so they're alone and they can say, oh honey, I miss you, blah blah blah. Now I'm going to close here and say again, this is not the majority of girls here in the Philippines. Most Filipina are actually looking for long-term relationships. They're looking for someone that they can fall in love with and be with for the long term. So just understand that and know that there is a small percentage of Filipinas that aren't like that, that will work the system with the dating sites and all that and try to get money as best they can. And that's their source of income. And that's their career. They're career girls. They do that for a career and they make good money. Some of them make more than others. I mean, if you can imagine, say you imagine a guy in the US, we'll just pick the US because that's where I'm from. A guy in the US falls for a girl and does an LDR with her And it gets to a point where it's like, oh, honey, I love you. I'll send you money to help you out. I'll send you $500 a month, US. Okay, so picture she's got 3 other guys that's doing the same thing. So that's $2,000 a month she's making here in the Philippines. Here in the Philippines, that's upper middle class. That's close to being rich in the Philippines. So let's look at red flags. If she's not available all the time, if you're sending her money on a regular basis and she's not available, and after like 3 days she says, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have load, that's a red flag. You're sending her money. Hello, it costs 90 peso, like $1.75, to put a load on her phone so she can call you. So that's a red flag. If she's sending you pictures and she's clubbing every night, Makati or Malati, that's a red flag. If she's dressed to the nines in her pictures, I know you love it. Oh, you look so sexy, baby. I know you love that, but that's a red flag. You got to understand that. So there's a lot of things you got to understand that could be a red flag for you. Now, I'm saying that's absolute. I'm saying that's a possibility, and you need to be aware of those things. But the biggest thing is, if she ghosts you for more than a day or two, something's up. If she says she loves you, she should be talking to you every day. And here's something you can do. Contact her at different times during the day or night. Just see if she responds. Because if you get on a routine where you guys are chatting or doing FaceTime the same time every day or every night, she knows. That's her routine. She probably got that in her calendar, so she knows that she needs to be available for you at those times every day or every night. So mix it up a little bit. Test her. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with making sure that she is truthful and she is honest and she's doing what she's supposed to be, what you think she's supposed to be doing. If you're sending her money, that's an investment. So you want to make sure that your investment is taken care of. So that's my advice to you. I've been there. I know everybody makes that mistake. So just understand that those things happen. I just want you to realize that. But we're here in Uptown now. So there's beautiful women in this town of BGC, all over the Philippines. I would encourage you, if you haven't been here, to come and visit, spend 2 weeks, a month, spend a lot of time here, check different areas. If you're planning on moving here, retiring here, maybe being a digital nomad, spend time in different areas to find the place that suits you best, because there's so many different places, different areas. But don't let me discourage you as far as the women here in the Philippines. The majority of them are awesome. They're beautiful. They're just looking for love. They're looking for a relationship. I will also tell you, don't let single mothers discourage you, because those could be the best relationships you'll ever have, because they're the ones that know what family's about. They're very down to earth, and they're very loving. So I would say don't let single moms discourage you from contacting them or starting a relationship with them, because they're beautiful people. And I would say the majority of girls are, and women are, single moms. It's just the culture here, the Catholic culture, where there's no divorce. There's also no they look down at abortion and contraceptive. No-No's is a great place to eat, by the way. This is Uptown Mall, so you can see it's a really nice area. But yeah, so don't be discouraged if you are contacted by a single mom. Chances are they're probably better in the long run as far as a relationship than the single ones. I'm not saying that's going across the board. I'm not saying that. There's great ladies in both areas, but I'm just saying that don't count them out. Just because they have a child doesn't mean they're not good. Now, I know a lot of you guys would have a hard time dealing with a child again. A lot of the expats that come here are older, 50s, 60s, even 70s. So they've done that. They've gone through that parenting stage, and they probably don't want that again. But they look at these kids as like grandchildren and that sort of thing. So maybe you're not into that, but that's okay. But I'm just saying, if you got the opportunity, don't pass it up just because she's got a child. But be aware, if it doesn't feel right, it's probably not right. So when you're in those LDRs, just be aware of what's going on, how often she messages you, or how often you do FaceTime, the time of day or night that happens. Is it a routine? Is it like 5 minutes and then she's off? She has something to do. Whatever the case may be, just be aware so you're not taken by surprise. I don't want anybody to lose their shirt before they even get out here because they fall in love with a Filipina who's a scammer. Now, there are a ton of them that aren't. Like I said before, just enjoy. How you guys doing? But come on out here. As always, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell so I can notify you when I post other videos. And really enjoy your time here if you come out here. If you have any questions, feel free to post in your comment. I'll try to answer any questions I have. And you have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.